This is a portion of what I have at home. Some of it's everyday carry, some of it stays home. Depends what it is. I'm going to start over here because this one has caused a lot of anger. This is the original Ruger LC9. This is the one that pissed everyone off. Heavy trigger pull pissed everyone off. The safety pissed everyone off. People didn't like that it was hammer instead of striker. I trained on it. I got to know it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm keeping it because it works. You don't like the safety? Don't use it. My feeling is, if it's what you have, even if you're not comfortable with a trigger pull, adapt and overcome and carry. I tend to use this in the waistband. This is a Vega. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. Suede, you barely know you have it. And when I bought this, came with 2 magazines from Ruger. These are cheap and expensive Pro Mags. I've used them all. Over the years, I have fired hundreds and hundreds of rounds through all of these magazines. I have not had one failure. Now I carry some of these extra magazines and these in the waistband carriers. Now, in some ways they're great, in some ways they're not. This one I've used the most, you can probably tell. Now, the Ruger magazines are very secure in here. They don't slip, they don't fall. You bend over, they don't slip out. I cannot say that about my SIG. That's my SIG P320. It's the original that first came out. I did not decide to do the voluntary upgrade. I personally feel safe with it. I've never dropped it. I don't plan on dropping it. I've had the gun 4 years maybe. I don't usually have the light on, but I wanted to show it to you. It does fit, does the job. I can carry it. I can leave it at home. I tend to use this, kind of cheap. However, it works really well. It fits well in there in the waistband. Kind of have to loosen up your belt a little bit, but it's not bad. Now the magazines from SIG tend to be expensive. These are all 17 round magazines except for one, which is a 10 round. Now this is the very last one I purchased, and I only did it as a test. This is also a Pro Mag. It worked just fine. No failures. I've never had a failure with any Pro Mag. Tried these out recently. Did really well at the range. For some reason, even though they work really well with my SIG, these tend to get locked up. Failure to feed. I don't know if it's the hollow point round. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure that out. This is a Smith & Wesson. I carry that fairly often, just in my pocket. It's not too big, not too small, sturdy. And when it comes to carrying a flashlight, I'm old school. I prefer Maglite. They're strong, they're sturdy. They're not the brightest in the world, but so what? Inexpensive for the most part. I've had them for many years. And this I carry once in a while. Sometimes I have it in my car. It's not too big. Doesn't come out too long, but it will hurt. If I have to hit somebody, it will hurt. That's how you close it up. My last holster is this. I use this for my Ruger. I don't use it as often as I used to. It works, but even after all these years, it's still kind of stiff. And it does show a little bit of printing in the pocket, depending what kind of pants I'm wearing. And I have this for my SIG too. SIG came with a cheaper one that doesn't have the release on it. I prefer the release, so I got a little bit more retention in it. So warm months, I tend to carry that. Cooler months, when wearing more clothes, I tend to carry that. And I will update you in another video with what else I have for home defense. There it is. Northeast Ghost Rider. Out.